Welcome back, everybody. My name is Gnome, and as you guys can see today, we are back to Mortal Kombat X tutorials. Today we are going to be covering Rai Cho, the Drunken Fist Master himself. Now I'm going to go ahead and say right now, this is definitely my favorite of the new Kombat 2 characters to be added. So, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pop this little input map up there on for you guys in case you need it, anyone who needs the conversions or the controls, and take that back down. And we're going to be starting today with the Dragon Breath variation. So, if any of you guys are here for a specific brutality, feel free to hop on down to the description below where you can find timestamps to help you get to each one. So without any further ado, let's begin with our first brutality. Alright my friends, so today we're going to be starting off very easy. Most likely most of you won't even need a tutorial for it, but we might as well cover it because it is on the list. So we're going to be beginning with Fat Iron, and to do this move you can be in any variation. Now what's key to performing this is you need to finish your opponent with a throw, which of course can come from the left button or the L1 button, or X and A if you prefer the combination buttons, or square and X if you're on the PlayStation. Now what's very key to performing this correctly is you need to make sure you hold down during the final hit. So again, finish your opponent with a throw and hold down during that throw. So let's go ahead and give you guys a quick example. And easy enough. Again, you just pop this up here, pop. You just tap that throw button, boom. Easy as that. Now again, that's all there is to it, and just make sure you hold the down button while you are doing it. So here we go. We got our opponent just low enough, and we're going to do it now. So again, L1 or the X and A buttons, or square and X depending on your controller, and then hold down. Here we go. And, ooh, pop. God damn. That one's awesome, you guys. I mean, it's so simple, but look at her now. She's a freaking pancake. I mean, it totally fits the MO of Rai Cho. He's a big, chunky, drinking guy. He loves to throw his weight around, and he uses his own momentum to really help him. So, there we have it, my friends. Let's move on to our next brutality. Alright my friends, so next up we have the Tubs of Fun brutality. Now this one requires a little bit more setup, but you can perform it in any of the variations, which is nice. So, to do this properly, you must perform 3 belly bashes or flying kicks. And they say flying kicks because if you're in the Bartitsu variation, I don't know how to pronounce that one, it's the one with a stick. If you know how to pronounce it, feel free to let me know down below. But, you can do it in either any of the variations, of course, but if you are in the Bartitsu variation, it will be a flying kick rather than a belly bash. So, you're going to want to perform 3 belly bashes or 3 flying kicks, and your final hit, of course, is going to need to come from the belly bash or the flying kick. So we're going to go ahead and give you guys a quick example. This is pretty easy, really no struggle. And to do the belly bash is back forward B or back forward circle. Like so. Boom. Just throw that weight around, Rai Cho. Throw that shit around. Oof. Knocking her around. So we got 3 hits already. There we go. There we go. There's our 3 hits. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that you guys can. Also, if you needed to, get that final hit to count as the 3rd hit in case you only had 2 prior. But I have not tested that myself. So, without any further ado, though, our opponent is now low enough. And one more time, make sure you hit your opponent with at least 3 belly bashes or 3 flying kicks, and then finish your opponent with that belly bash or flying kick. Here we go, my friends. Again, back forward B or back forward circle. Pop! Holy shit! Again, Rai Cho is just a hilarious guy. He's just a big, chunky dude who loves to throw his weight around, and it works for him. I mean, look at her. There's giblets. She's been turned into some type of Thanksgiving aftermath right there. She's only got her head, her arms left, so there we have it, my friends. This has been yet another hilarious brutality. Let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, so next up we have the Hot Foot brutality. Now this brutality is exclusive to the Dragon Breath variation, so make sure you have that chosen. And the final hit must come from a Ground Blaze, which is an enhanced version of the normal move. So you want to make sure that you do down forward X or down forward square, and then hit the right trigger or the R2 button to get that enhanced addition. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and give you guys one quick example. Now I'm going to show you what the regular ground fire looks like without the enhancement, and again, that is down forward X or down forward square, and it should look something like this. Pop. Now, keep in mind, this will not work for the brutality, because as you can see, there's no actual knockback to the move. It only just kind of burns her slowly, depletes the health, similar to the Caltrops for Aaron Black, but make sure you do the Ground Blaze, which is the enhanced version with the right trigger or the R2 button being pushed. So again, down forward X or down forward square, and then hit the right trigger or the R2 button. And it should look something like this. Boom. So you know that if that works properly, she's going to go flying up into the air, and that's how you got it done right. So, easy enough, my friends. Let's go ahead and deplete her of all her health, and then we'll give you guys the final example of what it should look like when you get that brutality done properly. There we go. That should be just low enough. Let's just make sure. I don't want any missteps here. So we have, again, one more time, make sure you finish your opponent while you are in the Dragon Breath variation with a ground blaze. This is down forward X or down forward square, and then hit the right trigger or the R2 button for an enhanced variation. And here we go. Boom. Whew. She does not like that. Goddamn. Oh, shit. That was actually pretty cool. Okay. So, I don't know if I just haven't seen this one before. I could have sworn I practiced them all before I made this video, but I was expecting the skeleton to kind of just drop without any flesh left on it, but they actually went the extra mile and turned it into a pile of dust. And that's what makes these brutalities so much more worth the effort, because of the extra animations you get. So this is definitely a winner in my book, because normally you might expect the flesh to just kind of burn off and then the skeleton to plop down, but nope, they went the extra mile here, and you can actually see Cassie's gauntlets are on the floor there. So I have to imagine that maybe they might do similar things with other people who have weapons and stuff like that, or pieces of clothing that are well worth noting. So there we have it, my friends. Let's move on to the next brutality. Alright, my friends, so next up we have the Blowing Chunks Brutality. Now this brutality is exclusive to the Drunken Master variation, so make sure you have that chosen, and you must be level 3 drunk. I'll give you guys more of a description or an example of that in a moment, but let's make sure we cover the final hit, which must come from a puke spray, which is down forward triangle or down forward Y, depending on your controller, and make sure you hit the right trigger or the R2 button to get that extra enhancement in there. It's very, very key. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and give you guys an actual example of the drunkenness. Now to drink, you want to do down down X or down down square. There's level 1, and you can see his jug begins to glow. He gets a little bit more wobbly. There's level 2, and again the jug gets even brighter. His wobbliness gets even more severe. And then level 3, now he's definitely shaking all over the place now, and his glow on that bottle is as intense as it's going to get. So let's let him puke it out of his system real quick so I can give you guys a second example. Now, if you're going to use the method I share with you right now, make sure you have at least 2 bars of your enhanced meter, or you're not going to be able to get that actual last blowing chunks in. So, if you decide maybe you don't want to drink all 3 times, maybe it's too risky for you, you might want to actually just choose to do the chug, which is down down X and then the right trigger or the R2 button or down down square, because what this means is you'll actually get to level 3 drunkenness immediately, assuming you have that extra enhanced bar to risk, like so. And as you can see, I'm already now level 3 drunk because of the trade-off of that enhanced bar. So that's easy enough, my friends. Nothing to worry about there. Let's go ahead and get our opponent just low enough. Whoop! Puking a little bit. Now, what you guys we're going to see now, we're going to do the puke spray, and then we'll go ahead and move on to actually demonstrating the final result of this brutality. So let's get Cassie, get her moved over there. Oh, sometimes my control scheme likes to switch back to a keyboard. Let's pause that real quick. There we go. So now we're going to do the puke spray, and the puke spray is easy enough as well. It's down forward triangle or down forward Y, like so, and that's just a normal one. Easy enough, nothing to it. Now what we're going to be wanting to do, however, is the puke spray enhanced version, which is down forward triangle or down forward right trigger, like so. Now easy enough, let's go ahead, let Cassie beat the crap out of us real quick, just get some extra enhanced bar to fill up that last meter. And there we have it, my friends. So now we're going to go ahead and give you guys a final example as to what this should look like. Let's whoop our ass a tiny bit more. I think that'll do it. Perfect. Alright, so one last time, you guys. Make sure you get to drunkenness level 3. Let's do that real quick. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And make sure you finish her with a puke spray, which is down forward Y or down forward triangle with the right trigger or the enhance button. Boom. Woof! This is definitely my favorite of Rai Cho's brutalities, without a doubt. Mainly because we obviously know Rai Cho loves to drink, so the fact that when he pukes up on the opponent, they don't even get drunk, they just vomit in disgust so heavily that their intestines and their guts and their just... I mean, I don't know what she was eating, but she just literally spewed up blood and bile and everything nasty that it resides in the human stomach. So easy enough, my friends. Make sure, again, you guys can get to level 3 drunkenness if you want to use that extra enhanced bar. It's a risk, but if you have at least 2 bars to spend, go for it. It is well worth it. On to the next and final brutality. Alright, my friends, thanks for sticking around with this last brutality here, which is called Head on a Stick. And you guys can perform this in the Bartitsu variation exclusively, so make sure you have that chosen. And the final hit must come from a Razzle Dazzle combo, which is back A and then X and A at the same time, or back X and then X and square at the same time on the PlayStation. Now you can actually also use an alternative for the X and A button combination by hitting the L1 or the left button trigger on the Xbox controller. So I'll give you guys a quick example of that. And again, this is back A and then X and A at the same time, or back X and square and X at the same time, like so. Hop, hop. So again, you know you got it immediately if he goes and grabs him and kicks the stick like that. But I'll also show you guys, if you don't want to push the X and A or the square and X on the PlayStation, you can in fact alternate that with the L1 button, like so. Boom, boom. Easy enough. So keep that in mind if you guys want to go ahead and get that easily. And that's really all there is to it, my friends. There's no easier way to really do this one. It's just a matter of performing the combo as your last move. And Razzle Dazzle is actually a really strong combo in my opinion, so I think you guys won't really have too much trouble. I'd say even that much health is perfectly fine. And I'll go ahead and show you guys visually that you can actually just hit the back and A and then whack the L1 button real quick. So here we go with our final brutality for today. Boom, boom. Easy enough, my friends. Whoa! Shit. But Rai Cho's got some hella skills, you guys. He is really good character. And again, maybe that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people were kind of pissed when they found out he was being announced, but as far as I understood, he was in the story mode, which was really awesome. Like he's one of the best masters in the game. If anyone played Deception, he taught you so much. Literally teaches you everything you know at the start of the game. So I really have a great history with Rai Cho personally, at least. Maybe it just has to do with nostalgia and my childhood. But all that aside, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed these brutality tutorials. If you do enjoy this content, feel free to leave me a like or a comment down below, as those are really the ways that I know that you guys are getting the best out of this content, and the best way for me to really know that it's more worthwhile to continue making these for you guys. And it seems that you guys do enjoy them so far, so again, I really appreciate the community behind me that is enjoying and watching these videos. You guys are what make this possible, so keep it up. I really appreciate it. So there we have it, my friends. Again, if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to leave me a like or a comment down below. We'll see you next time, friends. Stay safe, stay happy.